All right, so you're going on your very first date, or you met a new woman and you're going on the first date again with a new woman, right? Whichever one it is, you need to watch this video because it's gonna help you out a lot. What do you need to do on your first date in order to make sure that you get what it is that you want in the end? And things go your way. If you want to progress the date forward and you don't know exactly how, or maybe you do, but you want to listen to a couple more strategies that I'm about to tell you, go ahead and watch this video all the way through. So, first date, right? You just met some chick. Maybe you approached her, maybe you met her on Instagram, maybe you met her on Tinder, whatever the case may be. What do you do to make sure that the first date goes well? So, first of all, what you want to do is you want to set a plan and you want to start the situation by guiding it yourself, right? You want to make sure you set the date, you are guiding her, okay? You let her know, hey, listen, I'm free on this day, and tell her a time, tell her a place, so that from the beginning you already seem like someone who is leading, okay? And if she makes it hard for you, cut your attention down. Don't entertain that bullshit. If she's not going to be cooperative, if she's not going to be following through, which is literally the bare minimum, if you're just texting a woman, that's the bare minimum she could do, is to be cooperative, show that she is putting in some effort, and show that she is respectful. Bare minimum. If she's not doing that, fuck her. Who cares about her? Okay, move on to the next. But once you got that going, right? If you want to have a good date, what I recommend, which is something that I do, is always offer to pick them up. Offer to pick them up or offer to call them an Uber. If a woman is kind of sketched out with you, right? Maybe she doesn't really know who you are. Maybe you met her online. Then the chances of her wanting to go in your car are going to be a lot more slim. But if you met her in person, you've talked to her in person, maybe she's like a coworker or something or someone at school, then she's probably going to be more receptive to going with you on the day, right? And it's a lot better. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because when you are the one that's driving, it's a couple things, right? When she's in your car, you get to clean the car, you get to make sure it smells good, you play your own music taste, and if you've seen her Instagram highlights, you could probably play some music from back in the day and you're just chilling there like this and she's like, "Oh shit, I like this song." You're like, "Yeah, I like it too." And she's over here thinking that like you guys are bonding and you guys like the same music. She's over here listening to some fucking hillbilly music. Like she thinks my tractor sexy, and you're over here like, yeah, I like to ride. I like to ride horses, and I like to wear boots and a fucking cowboy hat and shit. It's just what I do. I got my tractor at home. I'll show you later, okay? In all seriousness, that does help finding something like that. Mainly what I like to do is putting on a playlist that is more seductive, right? Don't play some rock shit or this or that. It depends on what the girl likes, but to be honest, I don't really care what the girl likes. Mainly what you want to do is set the tone, right? Because you're not about to be in no friend zone. You're not about to be setting yourself up to be a friend, right? You want to set yourself up to let her know, bitch, are we fucking or what? That's it. That's the tone. That's where you're heading through the date. That's the whole goal of the date. Get to know me. Let's fuck. Okay? Let's cut the bullshit. Let's not joke around here. I'm not here to waste time. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to do none of that, okay? Are we fucking or what? That's it. So, when you get in your car, the good thing about that, like I said, you pick her up. You can show her you're a gentleman by opening the door for her. You play a music that is more seductive. Something like Chris Brown, Trey Songz, R&B. Shit that is just talking about sex. So if the song is talking about sex, and I can't give you all the songs now, okay? I can't give you all my playlist because then that's just gonna be a little too. You might go on a date with a woman and she's like, "Wow, oh my goodness," and then it ruins the appeal. So find your own playlist, R&B shit, Chris Brown, Trey Songz. I'm giving you the basics, okay? Go ahead and look at that. Marvin Gaye, all that shit, okay? Anything that's talking about some sensual shit, play that shit, okay? Make sure that you set the tone. You just seem seductive from the start. You're already showing that you're leading. You're already setting the tone to be seductive, and it's gonna start going your way. Next, what do you want to do, right? So, once she's in your car, once you're vibing, like I said, you guys get to relax, listen to music on the way to the place, and maybe add in a little bit of conversation in the middle. But the main thing you want to do is break the touch barrier, okay? And I forgot to mention really quick that if you want, another thing that you could do is let her connect to the aux. Because if she plays her own music, then she's going to be more comfortable. Because think about this. If you go somewhere, maybe you go to a club, maybe you go to a bar, maybe you go to someone else's car, someone else's house, and they're playing music like rock, and you listen to rap, and you're like, what the fuck is this? It's not going to be something that you are particularly comfortable with because it's not what you do in your day-to-day life. Sure, it might grow on you, but initially, the whole point of going on a date is to make her more comfortable with you. Because if she's more comfortable with you, then you're going to end up smashing, right? You're going to end up doing what it is that you know both of you want to do. Because if she doesn't want to do that, she wouldn't be going on a date unless she's just there to waste your time, okay? So, like I said, make sure you do that, okay? And next, what I want to let me touch in on that point really quick because my brain fogged out for a second. So, like I said, you want to make sure that you set the tone, but if you let her play the music, she's going to play what she likes and it's going to make her more comfortable. Same thing if you take her to the crib and you let her play a Netflix show that she likes or some shit like that, then guess what? She's going to be more comfortable. The likeliness of you getting what you want is going to be way higher because she's comfortable. And that's the whole point of the date, is to get her more comfortable. Next, what you want to do, and this is a cheat code, okay? If you drive a stick shift car, all right? I'm telling you all the secrets, all right? If you drive a stick shift car, like I said, you want to break the touch barrier from the very beginning. You don't want to wait too long. If you meet her from the very beginning, a handshake or a hug, that's the go-to because you're already breaking the touch barrier, right? Before you meet a woman, there's this barrier between you. And if a woman likes you, she is going to try to touch you in some way, right? That's why when a woman likes you, maybe you know her, when she's joking, when she's in a joking mood, she's going to touch your arm, touch your back, touch you in some way. That's her trying to break the touch barrier. So if she hasn't done it, like I said, you have to lead in the first date. So you have to set the tone. And by you breaking the touch barrier, you're already making her a little more comfortable and familiar with you. So the hack to this is if you have a stick shift car, right? If you have a stick shift car, tell her you're going to teach her how to drive stick, all right? So put her hand on the stick shift and you put your hand on top of hers. That's you already breaking the touch barrier. You're making her more comfortable. And if you have an automatic car, shit, I don't know, but maybe you could put her hand on the stick shift and tell her you're going to teach her how to drive stick, even if it's not stick. Make it a funny joke or some shit like that. But if you have stick shift, like I said, that is a hack. Next, what you want to do, give me 1 second. I got to drink my drink. I'm parched. Next, when you go on a date, like I said, you want to break the touch barrier. Pick a nice place. Don't spend too much money, okay? Because the first date is for you guys to get to know each other in a way. The best type of date is a date where you can show her who you are, okay? Show her who you are. Like, if you're going to be picking an activity like watching a movie, that's cool if you've already went to a restaurant from the beginning, or if you've already went for a coffee or a drink and you're already showing her who you are. Because the bad thing about a movie, if that's like your very first date, it's kind of infantile, right? That's some type of shit that you do in middle school or high school. Why? Because you're kind of trying to get her attention to be on the movie instead of being on yourself. Maybe you're not confident in your abilities. Maybe you're nervous. And so you think, well, if I put on this movie and we just watch this movie, then I don't have to talk as much. But the thing about that is once you guys leave that movie, sure, you guys have something to talk about the movie, but it's not really advancing the date forward to something sexual because that's truly what you want to do in the end. So a movie, Captain America is not going to make her pussy wet. She's not going to leave the fucking date and be thinking about you. She's going to be thinking about fucking Captain America, okay? So don't do that shit unless you're in fucking middle school. And even if you are in middle school, like I said, the best type of date is a date where you can confidently show her who you are so she can get more comfortable with you, all right? So the best type of spots, bar, coffee, restaurant. And if you go to a restaurant, don't spend too much money, all right? It's not about impressing her. If you're already trying to impress her, then you're going to seem like you're trying too hard as opposed to, listen, we're just here to meet each other. I'm trying to meet you. I'm trying to see if I like you. That's the thing about it, because most guys try to impress on the first date, and that's a big mistake because you're already bringing your value from up here to all the way down here because you're setting her on the pedestal and trying to make her like you as opposed to making it as your value is up here, and basically she has to show you why you should fuck with her, right? So it sets the dynamic for her respecting you more as opposed to her looking at you as some fucking simp, right? Because if you're just spending hella money to impress her, you don't even know this chick. You might have met her online. You might have met her at the store. And one thing about it is every woman is fucking someone, all right? So if you just met her, she's fucking someone. And if you're going to try to impress her on that date, she's going to end up getting fucked by the guy if she doesn't even like you right after the date. So what? You just wasted your fucking hard-earned money on that shit? Fuck that. All right, so quick little synopsis of the video. Like I said, you want to lead from the very beginning. You want to make sure you set the date, you set the time. Don't be asking dumbass questions like, oh, where do you want to eat, baby? No, you set the tone that you're going to be the leader and she has to respect you. Next, like I said, order her either an Uber or you drive the car. If you just met her and she wants to do an Uber, that's totally fine. She doesn't know you. She might think you're a serial killer. It might not even be something about you like she doesn't like you or some shit, but she might not know if you're a fucking serial killer. So respect that. If she wants to go in a Uber, respect that. Totally cool. You pay for it. At least it shows that you're trying to put in some effort. But the best way, like I said, is going in a car. Next, break the touch barrier. Next, like I said, find a place where you can show who you are and make her more comfortable. And like I said, find a good playlist that is not about some goofy ass shit. Find a playlist that is about sex, something that's leading towards what it is that you want to do. All right, that's the video for today. Like the video, comment down below and subscribe. My new Instagram is Optimal Man Coaching, and my Patreon, I'm going to drop it down below. I'm going to be dropping the craziest shit on there where I'm not censoring myself. I'm not holding back because even on this video, you might think I'm uncensored, but no, Patreon is a whole nother level. Peace out, guys.